So there's this Minecraft server called Hypixel, and in Hypixel there's a game called Skyblock, and in Hypixel Skyblock there's a vast open world with countless NPCs to talk to, skills to upgrade, bosses to fight, and endless possibilities. And of course a highly complex player economy based around every single conceivable resource in the game, powerful weapons, strong tools, rare pets, all of this resulting in a 1.5 billion coin monkey. And of course you can buy things with real money, in which case you would use code CEBU to get 5% off of your purchase and to support me and my crippling financial decisions.
I've also heard that using code CEBU brings good fortune to your Skyblock investments, but don't quote me on that.
This video details how I've come to obtain over 50 billion coins worth of items in Hypixel Skyblock, and of course how I manipulated the entire server's economy so that I could purchase out a huge percentage of an exclusive good. But first, who am I? My name is CEBU527 and I've been AFK from Hypixel Skyblock for 5 years, and in that time my minions have been collecting an insane number of coins. All of what I just told you happened in the last week. So without further ado, let's make a video. I think OBS is recording. Everything seems like it's still set up, and I'm not even in like my main recording area right now, so forgive me if the audio sounds like and my game crashed. Exactly what we were hoping for. Well, now that we've got all that sorted, I'm sure you're wondering, why? Why have you chosen today of all times to return? Well, in Skyblock, there's these things called minions, and they work for you for free and collect resources without ever wanting payment or rights. It's a perfect system with no flaws whatsoever, except for a slight bug with a certain mayor that doubles minion output since you last logged on. And guess which mayor happens to be elected right now with his perk Turbo Minions. So we're gonna do some complicated math. See if you can follow along. If Mayor Derpy doubles minion output and I haven't logged on for a year, that means we have 2 years of minion output waiting for me. Hence going AFK for 2 years. Plus 3 given the last video. And don't worry if that wasn't enough math for you. There's plenty more where that came from. And not like quantum mechanics or backpropagation for efficient AI algorithms. More like buy stock, stock go up, make money. Okay, let's play Skyblock. There they are, boys. All 20 something. I don't know how many minions I have. Oh, one thing I didn't mention, they kind of nerfed slime minions into oblivion. There's this thing called a corrupt fragment, and it used to sell for 20 coins to the NPC, and now it sells for 1. And my slime minions make money by generating corrupted fragments and selling them to the NPC. Uh-oh. But at the end of the day, these minions have been going for a really long time, and I'm sure they're gonna have at least a few million coins in them. And multiply that by 28, 29? Why is that one on fire? How much do you think is gonna be in here? This is literally the entire point of the video. This is why this video is being made. I mean, it's gotta be something, right? 3, 2, 1. 58.9 million coins. Okay, last time I did this, that was 75 million coins. So there was definitely a huge reduction from that nerf that they did to slime minions. But almost 60 million coins is kind of crazy. Somebody messaged me on Discord and they told me that slime minions had been nerfed, and I was like, wait, that's how I make money. I thought there was gonna be nothing in these minions, but 60 million coins is really good. We're gonna have a lot of money to work with here. Look, I would love to collect every single dime of this money right now, but there's kind of a problem, and that would be finals. Of course, Mayor Derpy had to be elected right smack in the middle of finals season, and I'm a little bit cooked right now. So I think what I'm gonna do is just leave all these minions here. They're not gonna be collected for now, and I'll come back in like a week once I'm done with finals and I can actually make a YouTube video. Also, I have 2 other profiles that I need to load and check how much money is in these minions. I think it should be the exact same. No, what? It's more? How is it more? 71 million? That doesn't seem right. Anyways, I'm gonna snap my fingers here and it'll be a week later. Bye. It's been a week. Actually quite a lot longer than a week. It's May 12th, but it's finally time to collect these minions. There's now 60.4 million coins in each one, which is still a crazy number. I did buy a booster cookie and stuff, but the footage corrupted, so that's annoying. But let's just do this. I have 0 coins in my purse. Let's see how much we get. 29 minions later, we have 1.7 billion coins in my purse. That's certainly a number, but I hear you asking, what is somebody who doesn't even play Skyblock going to do with 1.7 billion coins? That's enough coins to buy a completely maxed out Hyperion, which I'm pretty sure is still the best sword in the game. Not that I would know though. I would double check that. 1.7 billion coins might be a lot, but I'm greedy. On a completely unrelated note, you should use code CEBU in the Hypixel store and get 5% off of your entire purchase. And help me pay for college. But what was I saying?
oh yeah, I'm greedy. I need more coins. I need more than 1.7 billion. And so that's why we're going to be talking about gains. And there's two types, realized and unrealized gains. Imagine, if you will, that I purchased these backpacks of stereo pans for 27 coins each. And now each backpack is worth 54 coins. I technically doubled my money, but I don't have the coins yet. I still just have backpacks full of stereo pans. In this case, that would be an unrealized gain since I haven't actually sold the stock yet, and while I theoretically have that money, I don't actually have the cash to prove it. On the other hand, if I sold the stereo pants and cashed in on the 27 coins of unrealized gains, then that would become realized gains. Basically, unrealized versus realized gains is just, do I have the cash? And if not, it's unrealized because it's not real. Unfortunately, there's gains and there's also losses. Almost exactly a year ago, I bought 160 stock of stonks for 24 million coins each. Almost 4 billion coins total. And today, the stock of stonk is worth a measly 3.4 million coins each. I have unrealized losses of 3.3 billion coins, minus 86% of their worth. But look, they're still unrealized losses. They could, in theory, go back up to 24 million coins. Unrealized just means that I haven't accepted that I've lost over 3 billion coins on a single investment. It's like a coping mechanism. Just ignore the problem until it solves itself. Except I kind of cashed in on those stock of stonks. Look, somebody was running a casino on their island. I needed cash quick. I'm just kidding. I decided it was time to cash in on these. Also sell 50 million coins worth of enchanted junglewood. I don't really know. So while I may have lost 3.3 billion coins on stock of stonks, I did make 360 million coins on booster cookies. I mean, there's a slight discrepancy in the price difference there, but it's safe to say that these were a decent investment. We're gonna right click for options on this order, and we're going to flip the order. There we go, 11.897 million coins for each booster cookie, 300 million coins of profit. While we're waiting for these booster cookies to sell, we can also go ahead and talk about other sources that I think I'm gonna get some cash from. For starters, I have a golden dragon pet for some reason, even though it's not hatched, and these are worth like 600 million coins. And we also have all of these random items. I don't even remember where these came from. I literally just found them in a chest. Also, you may have noticed all the blood god crests. I was super excited because they were worth like 7 million coins each, and then freaking Mayor Technoblade came back, and now everybody can get these, and they like halved in price. Look, the world's just out to get you sometimes. But let's just claim this 115 million coins here from the auction house, and then I'll just try to sell as much of this stuff as we can, and hopefully we get like 10 billion coins and we can do some really fun stuff with it. I went ahead and sold off a few items here, and we have 730 million coins to claim, which is a pretty good chunk of change. We are up to 3.965 billion coins, and let's just go ahead and claim the 590 million. That's a lot, except these are realized losses, which means that I've finally accepted that I've lost 3 billion coins on stock of stonks. That's stupid. And then a bunch of junglewood. I have no idea where that came from. But we're up to 4.5 billion coins. When looking to track a market, you first need to understand your audience. I happen to be a Skyblock YouTuber, which means I think that I understand my audience. I like to think that I generally know what their interests are and at least appeal to them somewhat. I guess less so now because I haven't uploaded for like a year. But I can think of a couple pretty common interests in the Skyblock community, like a certain mayor. There was a fire sale the other day that caught my interest. It's an e-girl. Skyblock literally sold an e-girl for 1,800 gems. They sold 25,000 of them, and they sold out. Who is buying this stuff? We as a community collectively spent 48 million gems on catgirl skins. At least it's not OnlyFans. Anyways, I know somebody who has spent a lot of money on black catgirl skins. These skins are currently selling for 130 million coins each, and my seller has agreed to sell them to me for 105 million coins each, which is a pretty killer deal. This first trade is going to be 16 catgirl skins for 1.68 billion coins, and there is 1632 and 945 million coins for the final 9. Look at all of these skins. That's insane. All right, so we have 41 catgirl black cat skins, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and sell just a couple of the skins from these 2 backpack slots. I'll just see how much capital I can muster up, and then we'll invest it before moving on to the next profile. Oh, you thought we were done? No. After an additional sell-off session, we have 306 million coins, just like that. Now, I did misplace the other 600 million coins. I don't
think it's in here. Nope, there it is. So that puts us up to 926 million coins to invest, because as a reminder, inflation is bad, and inflation would make all that money worthless. Funny enough, that does lead me into my next purchases, which is going to be revolving around the Foraging update that I've heard so much about. And by hearing so much about it, I just mean that Foraging is the single worst skill in Hypixel Skyblock, and they really need to update it. I think I'm going to spend all 900 million coins on skins for the Monke pet, because the Monke pet is definitely one of the best Foraging pets, and also like Monke. That's really all this series is about. Monkey brain. So here's all the Monke skins on the auction house right now, and it's really not as many as I would like. The golden Monke skin is just way too expensive, and these astronaut Monke skins are so overpriced. The only option I really see here are the Zodiac Monke skins, since there's at least a few on the auction house I can buy out, and they're also not going for a terrible price compared to their historical average. Hey, I was using that. So there's 1, 5, and it's 90 million coins, which is definitely overpaying, but we just have to go for lucky number 7. Now I'm looking at the Lemur Monke skin, and I don't even know what to make of this price chart. This thing is all over the place. But I have 386 million coins, and there are 4 on the auction house for under 100 million, so let's see if we can get all 4 of them. And I think we have just enough to get this 4th one. We're down to 7.9 million coins in my purse. Feels bad. Oh no, that's what I was gonna do. I needed one more cat girl black cat skin to fill up this backpack slot. It's fine, I'm just gonna have to live with it. I'll make it pretty, I swear. I'll be honest, that was one of the harder organizations I've done, and it looks really good, but it gets worse and worse, and then you get to this backpack slot, and I'm sorry, I didn't know what to do with it. Anyways, that's all for my main profile. Now it's time to hop onto my second profile. There should be a little bit more in these minions, actually, since we last checked. Yeah, 72.3 million coins each. Let's just go ahead and collect the minions, and then I have a couple of ideas for what we can do with over 2 billion coins. Ah, just short of 2 billion coins, 1.88 billion. And look at the chat log, as always, 72 million coins every single time I click the right mouse button. Now don't worry, on this profile, we're not going to be lecturing, we're not going to be talking about economic principles. Instead, we're going to be networking and purchasing more skins. Way back when I first started why can't I talk? Come on. When I first started investing in skins, I bought all of these shimmer skins, one for the strong dragon, the wise dragon, the holy, what's a holy dragon? But I'm missing one. I don't have the superior shimmer skin, and I think I sold it at one point, which was really stupid because these are worth several 100 million coins now. But I did a little bit of networking, and somebody does have a superior shimmer skin that they're willing to sell me for 700 million coins. 700 million coins is certainly a lot of money, but that is a little bit below market price, maybe about market price. But when we look at the all-time graph, you can see this is actually a pretty good time to buy, since these skins were selling for like 1.5 billion coins at one point. I guess those tariffs really hit Skyblock and the price just nosedived. But that's good for us because it means I can complete my shimmer skin set for not all of the coins that I have in my purse right now. Here's the guy that we're buying the skin from. Let's give his island a visit. And okay, this is kind of sketchy. Am I gonna die? 700 million coins. Looks like a good trade. 700 million coins for my superior shimmer skin. There we go. This guy is like a mob boss. Look at him. He's just kicking everybody out of the island for offering sheep minions. I don't know, man. I gotta get out of here. I don't need the mob paying me a visit again. I have way too many coins to handle. I just realized this might be the single most expensive purchase I've ever made in Skyblock. I could have bought a Hyperion, but no. I had to buy a freaking superior shimmer skin that is just a cosmetic that you apply to a helmet. And I can't even put it on the helmet, otherwise it loses like 50% of its value. What is this game? Free 1.1 billion coins. Million, not billion. Oh, and another free 5.1 million coins. Wow, I should play this game more often. Okay, I admit I have a problem. I spent a few million coins. Like a lot million. Here's a little sneak peek. It definitely didn't go to waste. But now we have 1.18 billion coins to spend before we can retire this profile. Keeping in line with my prediction about the Foraging update, I'm gonna go ahead and buy some of these jungle ocelot skins. Their price has been a little bit shaky, but it seems to be at a somewhat lower level right now. And there's 3 I can buy on the auction house right now for less than 200 million coins each. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And I really like the look of the astronaut Monke skin, but 300 million coins is kind of crazy. Plus, I already have 5 of them in my storage, so it's not like I am not invested in them. This really bothers me, these 3 glass panes, so I'm just gonna buy 3 end golem skins just to finish off this row, I guess. I don't really know what to buy at this point, guys. I just overpaid for all of those. Okay, and in the recent fire sale, we have these giraffe skins, which means that there's going to be a lot of supply on the auction house. I'm just going to buy 5 of each, and then that way we'll have like 5 sets of the giraffe skin fire sale. Am I really about to pay 38 million coins for this? That's 10 million coins more than I spent on the last one. This seems to be the worst selling skin of the sale because it's going for really cheap and it was the last to sell out. So I would kind of be shocked if this one did well, but I'm still gonna buy it anyway just so I have like the full set. You know what? I got my 5 sets and I have 7.3 million coins left in my purse. That honestly worked out just about perfect. Remember, we like to keep as little cash as possible on hand because inflation will depreciate the buying power of that cash, which is exactly why we make investments like this. With that all put together, I think we're done with this profile. I have very few coins left and I have a good number of investments here. I'm good. You know what that means, right? It's time to move on to CNoob527, my much dumber looking second account that somehow outperforms my other 2 profiles combined. Oh wait, how could I forget? I spent all of his coins on 107 blue chicken skins. Let me just preface this section by saying it's genuinely a crazy story. Also, I really needed a transition because these were all filmed out of order and I have no idea how to cut them together in editing. Please help. Welcome to my third account, or I guess second account, third profile. I had an idea. And to do it, I need a lot of coins. Fortunately, there's a bunch of minions here, 66 million coins in each one. I was looking at all the fire sales on this wiki page here, and there's these 3 chick skins that only had 3,000 stock of each. Also, if we look on the auction house, they're selling at a pretty flat rate right now, only about 30 million coins per skin. Now, given that this genius is about to have access to billions of coins back there, and that there's only 3,000 skins, I could buy up a pretty reasonable chunk of the stock. 30 skins would cost less than 1 billion coins, and that would be 1% of the stock. And with 2 billion coins, I could buy almost 2.5% of the stock for the entire server. Can't do this in the real world, but this is Skyblock. It's basically an anarchy server. So I guess right now I just need to claim all these minions. That's probably the first step. Correction, the first step is to buy a booster cookie so that I don't lose all on second thought, maybe not. I will be buying a piggy bank, 1.1 billion coins. What the hell? 278,000 coins, which I still don't have. Oh good, there's 1.1 coins in my bank. I have a problem. I'm broke. Well, not exactly, but I don't have any cash. Good thing we can fix that. And now we can buy the most expensive piggy bank this world has ever seen. I just have to keep this in my inventory at all times because I've actually maxed out the bank. Okay, let's get the rest of these minions. A casual 1.6 billion coins. Look at that chat log too. Oh my. This is not right. This is just some random account that I made a while back. I have an 11.2 skill average. Let's see what I can do about buying some of these chick skins. Being the man of business that I am, I think I'm just gonna party this guy and see if he's online. Oh, he joined. I ask if I can buy 50 of these skins and he says okay. We have a problem. I can only trade 50 million coins per day. So I'm going to buy 4,410 enchanted diamond blocks. Buying 1,110. It's almost 227 million. Another 1,100, and I'm buying them in like batches so that I don't overpay. 11 stacks and 31 enchanted diamond blocks, which is 150 million coins. That should be a good deal. This is so complicated. Here we go, 12 stacks and 3 million coins, 5 more of these things. Now we're doing booster cookies because this guy insta-sold all of his enchanted diamond blocks at once. They were selling for 204,000 each, now they're selling for 200,000. No wonder you're losing money. 12 booster cookies and you can't trade them. And because Derpy's mayor, the tax is 4.5%. What? Oh my god, that was such a mess. Okay, we have 20 blue chicken skins, 12 booster cookies that I can't sell because Derpy has the auction house tax up so high. I can't count right now. That's so many stacks of enchanted diamond blocks. What's the NPC sell limit? So we're back up to 600 mil. We have 20 of these worth 600 million. That's 1.2 plus 150 million coins in booster cookies. Oh boy, we're missing 250 million coins. Oh, there they are. That last trade could have gone a little bit better. Also, you can't even see my eyes right now. I didn't know I had the 50 million coin limit, and I ended up spending a little bit more money than I think I had to. So for this next trade, I leveraged all of my Skyblock connections, 87 blue chicken skins,
for 25 million coins each. In the last trade I made, it was about 31 million coins each when you factored in all the problems like the taxes. So 25 million coins saves a lot of money. In order to get this trade, I reached out in the Collectors Hub Discord and I found somebody who you can kind of think of as like a broker. He basically connects buyers and sellers for mass quantities of skins, and in return he charges a commission. Now this commission was never defined, and I also forgot that everybody in this community is like 14 years old and sometimes they act like it, but we'll dive into that a little bit later. For now, we need to figure out how to pay for 87 items that cost 25 million coins each. If you were doing some napkin math at home, that's 2,175,000,000 coins. I have 939 million coins in my purse right now, and it's been about 4 or 5 days since I first collected these minions. Yeah, I know I'm slow, but there's almost 750,000 coins in each of these. For those of you saying slime minions are dead, they still make well over 150,000 coins a day. In times like these, we need to raise some capital. And here are the skins that I'm going to sell. By selling these skins, we're going to be tapping into the realized gains, such as for the baby Ender Dragon skin, we'll be realizing over 75 million coins of profit. Here's the formal offer that I sent my seller, and as you can see, I'm paying a little bit over 2.2 billion coins, but that's just to try to make up for any of the difference caused by illiquidity. This offer here also doesn't include the commission fee, but don't worry, we'll get into that later. I don't know why it's raining right now, and I also don't have a weather stick, but in total this offer taps into about 400 million coins of pure profit. So without further ado, let's just get this trade over with. It's been hanging over my head for a few days.
Yeah, so we're doing, what was the trade again? We decided on something.
Yeah, I sent it in the Discord. 16 skins. Oh boy, we're gonna have a lot of trades. My stash is gonna be full of these things. 64. We're just trading like 500 million at a time. If I just bought like something that was 300 and something that was 600 and then traded it back to you.
Yeah, sure, that works for me.
Yeah, I'll just buy that for 300. Something for 600. Yeah, I'm gonna add half a stack of enchanted diamond blocks just to try to make up some of those fees.
You have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. 2 double chests full of these blue chicken skins. That's insane. That's so much money right here. I mean, you're looking at a few billion coins worth of value. Before we wrap up this profile segment, we need to consider those commission fees that I was talking about. In the real world, if a business wants to get involved with an industry that they don't really understand, they'll reach out to people known as consultants. Knowing that, when I wanted to purchase a bunch of skins that I didn't know much about, I reached out to somebody who was far more knowledgeable than me. If you remember, the first 20 blue chicken skins cost me about 31 million coins each. Now in the formal trade where I purchased all 87 skins, I only paid 25 million coins each. That means I saved 6 million coins per skin, or 522 million coins total. Using the cost-based approach, we basically just take a fraction of whatever we saved and give that as the commission. And a pretty typical number would be maybe 20% of what you save. So in our case, that would be about 100 million coins goes to commission. However, I forget that I'm playing Skyblock. Patience is a virtue. But not with these people. I literally told him to stop messaging me, and he kept messaging me. I had to disable Discord notifications, it got so bad. And it's not like I can just block him because I'm a fair person and I do owe him money, but we never specified how much. So I have 64 million coins to work with. So I think it's fair to pay this guy 50 million coins. Well, then there were the 9/11 jokes. And he tried to get me involved in some drama over somebody hating Indian people. 40 million coins. You get 40. So I'll just give him his commission by bidding 40 million coins on his ice runes. I'm sure this flags Watchdog or something, but I really couldn't be bothered. Before we wrap up this video, we need to talk about minions. Minions are the lifeblood of this series. They make so much money. I mean, look at this. These minions have 1.3 million coins in them just since I've started filming this video, which, you know, it's been a couple of weeks, but we can ignore that fact. And this is guaranteed income. I literally don't have to do anything, and these minions are guaranteed to make money. Unlike all these investments, which a lot of people would consider pretty risky since there's a good chance that they decrease in value, minions are just going to keep making money regardless of what happens to the Skyblock economy, and so I would like to invest a little bit of money. More specifically, I only have 26 minions, and I would like to unlock that 27th minion slot. I would unlock the 28th, except I did the math, and the 28th minion slot, probably 100 million coins at least, plus I would have to actually grind for some of these crafting recipes, which I really just don't feel like doing slayers right now. So I'm just going to get one more minion slot on this profile, and then of course I have my second account, which somehow only has 24 minion slots, so we're going to need to do a lot of work over there. But for this account, I'll keep it nice and easy. I already spent probably about 10 million coins on materials just to unlock those 41 unique crafts, and then of course the materials to craft the slime minion that we need to place down. Let's just get this done. This should be pretty satisfying.
Oh wow, we actually just unlocked a pretty big Skyblock milestone, level 100. Probably the biggest thing here is the 10 billion coin trade limit, which I really wish I had when I was trading for all those blue chicken skins, but whatever. Here we go, last 2 minions, and then I unlock the 27th minion slot. Nice. Let's go ahead and craft this slime minion really quick. And there's tier 11. Now we can grab all of these minion upgrades and then go place it down in this little minion spot that I've conveniently made. And we should have another fully functional slime minion. Cool, so we just increased our production by like 4%. I don't know, but that's okay because marginal increases in meaningless numbers is what Skyblock's all about, and not having to play anymore. So by placing down that minion, I'm 4% better at not playing Skyblock. Okay, let's go do the same thing for my second account. On my mini account here, we only have 24 minion slots, which is pretty pathetic in terms of like endgame players who have billions upon billions of coins. It's funny because I'm definitely not an endgame player. I just have billions upon billions of coins. Fortunately, from all of our festivities, I have 24 million coins left over, and instead of buying like another blue chick skin, I think I'm just gonna put it into minions. Because think about it this way, if I put 24 million coins into minion slots, and those 3 minions make 60 million coins each, that's 180 million coins of guaranteed return. The only thing that I have to do is craft the minions. Fortunately, here's where I do the off-camera grinding thing. I did some off-camera grinding. I didn't have the collections unlocked for any of these minions that you see on the bottom here, which is kind of embarrassing, especially diamond minions. Look at this. My diamond collection is literally maxed out, and I didn't have the diamond minion crafted. How is that even possible? This is a weird account. I have a lot of math to do in the bazaar, so I'll be right back. As indicated by the setting sun, that took me a long time. It was only like an hour, but in all 8 of these chests are the materials to craft 131 unique minions, which will unlock my 27th minion slot. Fortunately for me, buying the minion materials is probably the hardest part, so now I just have to craft everything and hope my math is right. Montage! I did my math wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm off. It says I need 4 more minions to get to my 27th slot. I don't think this is gonna be it. No, I still need 2 more. Guys, I don't usually mess up on math. How did that happen? Also, just ignore the wall here. I built it to keep out all the Mexican minion slimes. 256 raw beef and 256 rabbit feet. Please just give me the 27th slot. It's been way too long. There it is. Now do it again because you need 3 more slime minions. Son of a bitch. Okay, that actually wasn't too bad to craft all these minions. Now I just need to place them all down, and then I think we have some minion upgrades we need to buy as well. You know, I'm honestly not sure why all these minions are so far apart. I'm pretty sure they all would just spawn the slimes in the same area. But I'm too lazy to fix it. 3 enchanted lava buckets. What else goes in these things? Oh yeah, 3 enchanted hoppers, 3 diamond spreadings, and 3 corrupt soil. Add all those to our minions, and we have just increased this profile's minion productivity by 12.5%. And each of these minion setups only costs about 4 to 5 million coins each, plus the 12 million coins that we spent on minion materials. That was like a 20 million coin investment, and it's guaranteed to pay off 5x. Can you imagine if I was a hedge fund? I wouldn't last 3 days before the SEC came knocking at my doorstep and confiscated all my slime minions. Or the Hypixel admin team. Please don't nerf the minions again, guys. Goodbye, my precious. I hope you triple in value next time I see you. With coins collected, investments purchased, and 4 more cases of human rights violations, we've finally reached the conclusion of this video. Really quick, for you guys really following along, if you want to try doing something like this yourself, here's a spreadsheet that I've been using for a few years to track all of my different assets. This first spreadsheet here just shows principal, which is just how much you've invested total. And then this second spreadsheet is where we keep track of how much all the items are actually worth. So as of May, this is how much all these items are worth. And then using that new value, we can figure out how much profit we made, convert that to a percentage. And then for each of these accounts, you can see exactly how much profit you've made. So in total, because we invested, we've made over 29 billion coins. And if you're wondering, this is pretty much how the real world works. I take this game way too seriously, but you guys seem to enjoy it. And the self-deprecating humor also probably helps a little bit. Look, I know this video was a lot longer than usual, but I went into a lot more depth explaining my process for purchasing investments. And just honestly, I had so much fun with this. It's really really fun to come back to Skyblock every once in a while and just see how much the game has changed. I mean, I didn't show any of it in the video, of course, but I was checking out the garden and I played the new fishing update a little bit. I totally see why I played this game so much when I was younger, and I honestly wish I had the time to do so now. But I hope I can at least live up to my YouTuber responsibilities by making my yearly video. If you enjoyed the video at all, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. It all really helps me out. And if you were planning to purchase any of those e-girl skins that Hypixel's been selling, I hear you can use code Cebu and get 5% off. Plus, some weird YouTuber gets Skyblock gems of his own so he can buy his own e-girl skins. I'm not really sure how it works. All that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!